Around the world, countless people silently carry the crushing weight of despair, loneliness, addiction, loss. Yet in the darkest moments, faith offers a lifeline, the belief that we're not alone, that there's a strength greater than our own. For many, faith doesn't erase pain, but it anchors the soul and sparks hope where there was none. The journey from despair to hope often begins with a simple, desperate cry for help. Mark's addiction had become a relentless storm, isolating him from everything he once held dear. It chipped away at his spirit, leaving him broken and adrift in a sea of despair. The weight of his choices pressed down on him, suffocating any glimmer of hope. He felt utterly lost, trapped in a cycle he couldn't break. Until one night, consumed by the darkness of rock bottom with nowhere else to turn, he uttered a desperate prayer. God, if you're real, help me. A raw, vulnerable plea, born from the depths of his suffering. That raw plea marked a turning point. Not a miracle in the traditional sense, but a profound surrender. It was an acknowledgement of his powerlessness, a willingness to release control. Sarah, on the other hand, was grappling with a different kind of pain. Grieving the sudden loss of her husband, the love of her life, she wrestled with overwhelming anger and doubt, questioning everything she once believed. Her faith, once a source of unwavering strength, was now profoundly shaken. In her pain, amidst the torrent of unanswered questions, she whispered a prayer, barely audible. I don't understand why this happened, but even in this darkness, I choose to trust you. Both Mark and Sarah, in their distinct and deeply personal experiences of brokenness, reached out, seeking something beyond themselves. They didn't find easy answers or instant solutions, but they found something perhaps even more valuable: honesty. Their stories, though different, converge to show that hope often begins not in triumph, but in the depths of despair. It ignites when we finally admit we can't navigate the storms of life alone, when we open ourselves to support and connection. It's in the act of surrender, in releasing our grip on control, that the first fragile seeds of healing are planted, nurtured by vulnerability and a willingness to believe in something beyond ourselves. After his prayer, a sense of calm washed over Mark. He had poured out his heart, laying bare his vulnerabilities and fears. Now, as the morning light streamed through the window, he felt a flicker of hope, a tiny spark in the darkness that had consumed him for so long. It was a fragile feeling, easily extinguished, but it was there nonetheless. He knew he couldn't do this alone, and with trembling fingers he reached out for help, dialing the number of a support line he had found online. Each ring of the phone felt like an eternity, a test of his resolve. Gathering all his courage, he took his first step toward recovery. It was a tentative step, filled with uncertainty, but it was a step forward nonetheless. He knew the road ahead would be long and arduous, but he was determined to keep moving, one foot in front of the other. Faith didn't erase his struggles, the challenges remained, the temptations lingered, and the doubts still crept in. But it gave him strength to keep going, to face each day with renewed resolve. One day at a time, he learned to find strength in the small victories, in the moments of clarity, and in the unwavering support of those around him. In community, surrounded by others who understood his pain, Mark found support and purpose. He realized he wasn't alone in his struggles, and that sharing his experiences could help others find their own path to healing. For Sarah, small moments, a quiet sunrise, a gentle breeze, a friend's call, filled with laughter and shared memories, a comforting scripture, words of hope and promise that resonated deep within her soul, became signs of God's presence, gentle reminders that she was not forgotten, that she was loved and cherished. Her faith transformed her grief, softening the edges of her pain and giving her courage to help others who were also struggling. By sharing her story, her journey through loss, and her unwavering faith, Sarah brought hope to those facing similar pain, offering them a beacon of light in their darkest hours. Both discovered that faith can turn wounds into sources of light, transforming their deepest sorrows into opportunities for growth and connection. Their pain became a path to healing, not just for themselves, but for others as well, creating a ripple effect of hope and compassion that touched countless lives. Mark and Sarah's journeys, though unique in their details, echo a universal truth, a truth that resonates within each of us regardless of our backgrounds or circumstances. It speaks to the inherent human capacity for resilience, for finding light even in the darkest of times. With God, hope is not just a distant dream, but a tangible possibility, a lifeline extended to us in our moments of greatest need. It's a promise that we are never truly alone. The path from despair to joy, from darkness to light often begins with surrender, and continues with small courageous steps, each one a testament to our unwavering spirit and faith. These steps may seem insignificant at first, but they accumulate, leading us towards healing and renewal. Hope is not a passive feeling, it's an active choice. To trust, even when doubt creeps in, to reach out for support, to keep moving forward, one step at a time, knowing that we are not meant to carry our burdens alone. God meets us in our weakness, walking with us through every trial, offering strength and guidance when we feel lost and overwhelmed. Your story matters too. It's a unique piece of the larger human experience. Sharing it, with its triumphs and struggles, can bring hope to someone else who may be facing similar challenges. Together we can build a community, a sanctuary of understanding and compassion, where despair turns to hope, where brokenness finds healing, and mourning transforms into a new song of praise and gratitude. If this message inspired you, please like, subscribe and share. Your story matters. Join our community and spread hope today.